Milwaukee Bucks taking on LeBron and the Lakers. And Jay Will, here we go. Early in the action, LeBron going to the hole, and Giannis is playing D.
Yeah, LeBron was able to get to the rack whenever he wanted, but Giannis, he was met with multiple defenders. Giannis just coming from the weak side, blocking that shot from behind.
Take another look. It's not just Giannis, but how about Brook Lopez playing defense on LeBron James?
Look, they have multiple people that protect the rim. That's what you need in order to win the world championship. Size and also athleticism to block out guys like LeBron and AD.
LeBron 0 for 5 in the first quarter, and then Giannis, he had it going from downtown.
He shot that ball without any hesitation, Greeny. If he's making shots like that, he's hands down by far the best player in the world.
And look at him bullying KCP.
Mouse in the house, Greeny. Mouse in the house.
Bucks with 42 points in the second quarter. Most the Lakers have allowed in a quarter this year. Bucks are running away and hiding. Third quarter, the lead is 13. It's Giannis trying to drive, and instead can't go inside, so he'll go out.
Here's the thing. Great defense by KCP, but the fact that he's knocking down shots, 5 made threes. Yeah, Giannis, we all feel that way about your performance.
Now, here's the story. This would have been a blowout, but Giannis gets in foul trouble in the third quarter, and that's where the Lakers come back.
Well, LeBron started to wake up. AD started to make some shots down the stretch as well. Look, this team is still a team that could win the world championship. They just have some other pieces that they need to work on.
How does AD get that one to go? Lakers close the third on a 20-9 run. We got a ball game. Fourth quarter, Giannis back in, and watch him pull up a career-high 5 threes.
AD is playing off of him. There's nothing else you can do but contest late. Hey, and how about that? Giannis showing you right there that he wants the crown. Put the crown on me.
And he's also got that little flair. Give it to us. Give it to us. Oh, yeah, there it is. Bucks by 14. Lakers down just 9 now. Just over 2 minutes to go. Giannis, no, the other way.
Payback. Payback. Ah!
In his face, Davis would finish with 36. A minute to go. Lakers down 8. LeBron James trying to take it to the hole. LeBron had a tough night.
He did. Wesley Matthews did a great job on him defensively, really staying up underneath him. And look, LeBron James didn't have a great night, but still the Lakers are still somewhat close in this game.
But not close enough. LeBron a triple-double, but the Lakers fall by 7. Giannis.
I think the most important thing is try to stay humble. When you win MVP and you win 60 games, it's hard. Like, you feel like, okay, what else? But at the end of the day, I'm supposed to be here. I wasn't number 1 pick. AD was. LeBron was number. I didn't supposed to be here. I didn't supposed to, go against these two bigs. So I'm just happy that I'm here. I'm happy that I'm going through the process, and I'm always want to be better, do better for my team, and that's what gives me joy.
LeBron a career high 5 threes for Giannis. When he's hitting those shots, how tough is he to defend like that?
You know what that means? There it is.
Wow, that's a tip of the cat from the GOAT. Meanwhile, there is no Twitter better than petty NBA Twitter. After the Lakers won their first preseason game over the Warriors, they tweeted, "Consider this a warning." The Bucks, they remembered retweeting that after the game last night with the caption, "Was this just for preseason?" Asking for a friend. So they're petty, and we kind of like it.
Greeny,
so
we saw Anthony Davis and Kevin Durant's child. That's what we saw in Giannis. That's who he is. And if you think about 1999, One guy, Shaquille O'Neal, who was 1 vote shy of unanimous MVP, averaged 30, 14, shooting 57% from the field. Giannis averaging 32, 13, and shooting 56% from the field. I thought that yesterday LeBron James was in that conversation. I still think he's in that conversation. But seeing that last night, Greeny, Giannis is by far ahead of LeBron James. Well, it's just different.
The most important number you see on your screen there is the 5 threes. He made 5 threes out of 8 attempts, so an efficient night from outside. If he can shoot that, there is literally no way to stop him.
There is no way to stop him, and it's due to the personnel that the Bucks have. They're surrounding him with guys like Dante DiVincenzo, Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez, guys that can knock down shots from the outside, so their personnel is perfectly suited for the style of play, which you can't stop if he's making threes. You actually have to press up on him, which opens up the gap for him to drive and dunk or kick out for more threes.
It's interesting. We've gone from a league that had super teams to a team that has a bunch of these dynamic duos, but maybe the best of them all now has the one great player and then a whole collection of really good ones. Not to dismiss Chris Middleton, but no one is going to put him in a conversation with, LeBron and AD. But you put together a bunch of like 5 or 6 guys around Giannis, and right now they're the best team in the league.
And look, I agree with you. They are the best team in the league. I think there are 3 teams in the league that can win the whole thing right now. I think that's the Lakers, I think the Clippers, and I think the Bucks are in that conversation. I also, when I see the Rockets are kind of moving into that conversation, but the thing you love about Giannis, it's so old school, Greeny. He didn't partner up with anybody.
Yeah.
He doesn't do workouts and videotape his workouts and put it on social media for everybody to see. Like, he just wants to beat you. He wants to wear the crown. He says, I'm the king. Time to move forward. I'm about to get back-to-back MVPs, and we're about to get our first world champion.
He has a somewhat delightful and refreshing openness about him, too. You heard him talking about how it's hard to stay hungry after the year that he had and all the rest of that. But we mentioned the Rockets. They won a big game last night, too. We'll talk about them. But if I told you right now, one of these two is going to make the NBA Finals and the other isn't, based upon the conference, would you take the Bucks?
Hands down the Bucks.
You sort of have to, right?
I think they're light years ahead of the rest of the Eastern Conference. I still think the 76ers are there. I don't know if you can win a world championship with Joel Embiid, a big, being your best player in this new modern era of basketball where you have these point forwards who are able to make such a difference in the game.
It's funny, because I understand what you're saying. He's a big, and Antetokounmpo is not. I think Giannis is taller.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's actually taller than Embiid is, but he's not a big, not the way they play
not.
basketball these days. All right, much more from Jay as we go. It's a busy NBA night. But let's get to our Football Friday, and it is the injury the entire NFL world is talking about. Dak Prescott dealing with a shoulder AC joint injury, limited in practice for the first time ever. All this ahead of the biggest game of the season, facing the Eagles in Philly Sunday with the NFC East on the line. And Dak says he's up for the challenge.
I'm getting better. Simple as that. The mobility, the function, it's all improving. That's the key. It's the goal. I'll be good to go Sunday. Once I'm in between those lines, I don't know, man. It's the competitive flip switches on. I'll be ready to go. I won't necessarily think, oh, right shoulder, left one's good. Let me hit them. So I'll just go and play. I'll be okay.
Now, since he came into the league in 2016, no quarterback has been on the field more than Dak. He's played almost 4,000 snaps, most by any quarterback and the most by any Cowboy at any position during that span. Our Todd Archer covers the Cowboys. He has more.
If anybody thought there was a chance Dak Prescott wasn't going to play against the Eagles, the quarterback eliminated the drama. I'm good to go Sunday, he said. How good will remain to be seen, but Prescott said he played through a sprained throwing shoulder multiple times in college, and before a question about his physical style was even finished, Prescott said, won't change. And he hopes the Eagles are more aggressive in coming after him more than normal with their blitzes. Prescott said he's doubling down on his mental preparation because he can't do all the physical work, but he'll be ready come Sunday. Division on the line, playoffs at stake. Prescott doesn't even want to think about what it would take for him to miss such an important contest. This is what you play this game for, he said. When I was a little boy and dreamed about being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, these are the situations you thought about being in.
All right, so that's the sort of setting of the table. Sanchez, Vilma, and Bobby Carpenter, I'm starting with you because you had this exact injury. Tell everyone what it is and how you expect them to handle it.
So the AC joint, Greeny, it sits right there where your clavicle meets, right there with your shoulder. And so what they do is for a linebacker, they're going to take a needle and jam that down in there. You're not going to like that very much. I didn't really like it at all. The thing is, I played linebacker. All I had to do was tackle people. You know, Mark, you could talk about trying to throw the football with this because what that's going to do is numb up the joint. So I don't know if that's really a possibility for Dak this week, given what he's going to be asked to do versus the other 21 players on the field.
For a thrower, that's the last thing you want to do. If you get any kind of numbness or tingling, you're just not going to have the right sensation when you're trying to deliver that ball. I didn't love what I saw in those clips.
Yeah.
Just seeing him, I mean, he's not even lifting his arm up. He's being awfully conservative, even running. So I'm a little worried about that thing, but I mean, he's a gamer, he's tough, and he'll be ready to roll.
It's going to be a function of pain tolerance, right? Everything I've been told is he can't injure it further. It's just going to be a question of how much pain he can tolerate. But you were making the point earlier that by not winning some of the games earlier this year that they could have and should have, they're in a position now where they can't rest him because this won't get better quickly.
I mean, they've squandered too many opportunities.